Hello again, chums. Right, here we go with a brand new record, 3 videos in a day. This one will be a little bit longer because it's all the pickups we've had in the last couple of months. Been a while since I did a pickups video actually, when I come to think about it. Right, so where to kick off? Well, I haven't been buying too many films lately, but one nice item I did buy is the Dune. I think it's a Criterion edition, collector's edition. Yeah, I've seen bits and pieces of it. This is the original. This is not the new one, of course, because it's not out yet. But yeah, this is the 1980s iteration of it. I've never actually sat down and watched it. I've seen bits of it. I know Sting's in it. The recommendation for you. Carl McLachlan, I remember, is in it, and I don't know, I can't remember many of the other actors, but yeah, it was a nice edition that they did. So I thought, okay, we'll have a bash. Basically, you get the nice slipcase there with the sandworm on. Nothing thrilling about the back, and then you get bits and pieces inside. There's like a little artwork, encyclopedic document of all the stuff that's in it. David Lynch, the director, of course. Yeah, there's opinions divided on this particular film, but like I say, I'm not going to judge it until I've seen it. And I thought I might as well buy the 4K version if we're going to get anything. And then you get this nice sized let's move back a bit so you can see it. And then that's basically the same as what you see on the cover of the film. So yeah, that comes with it, and then on the inside you have set of sorry, I said Criterion, didn't I? It's Arrow editions. I always get mixed up with those. Inside you have these sort of done in the style of the lobby cards that you used to see in the cinemas. Just various shots from the film. Sorry, there's somebody knocking at the door trying to get in. I hope somebody's going to answer the door. And that's where we started. Okay, and then inside we have a rather boring interior, no artwork, just plastic with the 4K version of the film and the Blu-ray version of the film. So yeah, that's Dune. I'll just put that stuff back inside. So I don't know whether to actually watch it before I go and see the new film in a couple of weeks' time, or whether to wait until afterwards and compare the two. But I don't really want this to colour my thinking on the new film, so I'll probably leave it until afterwards. But yeah, that's quite a nice edition there. So that's about the only film I've managed to pick up. I'll move a bit closer so you can see my handsome face a bit better. Right, now on the games front we have a few bits and pieces. I think that's the only That's the only Steelbook I've managed to pick up for Control. I mean, that was only £8. Some bits of bump inside there, but yeah, that's the Steelbook of Control, which I thought was a very reasonable price. Actually, it's not a proper Steelbook, as you can see. It's one of the steel packs, but I really don't mind them as usual. A very tedious back cover, which they are wont to do. Now, I just picked this up recently. Unfortunately, it's still got a bit sticky on it. This is the Kingdom Hearts Deluxe Edition for PS4. I'm not a fan of this particular franchise, or I think it's a franchise now. Disney, so it must be a part of the franchise, mustn't it, when you come to think about it. So yeah, the only reason I picked it up was it was quite a decent price, £25 I think or something. And yeah, I mean the Steelbook's pretty tedious, to be honest, but of course, yeah, it's an empty one because you get the game. The inside of the Steelbook's more interesting than the outer, but you do get the game. I won't open that up because it's got some codes inside which I might need. I don't know. And then you get this nice hardback art book, which is much preferable to the paperbacks, and it's just the usual kind of stuff with weapons, characters, and various paraphernalia. But you get the idea. I mean, most of you will be familiar with those kind of. Oops, knocking myself out of focus here. I'm having a bad day. Yeah, so that was the Kingdom Hearts Deluxe Edition, which I'll put that back together later because it's going to be awkward. Now on the PS4, continuing PS4, this is the Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Collection. It has all of the Street Fighter games, I think, apart from the very new ones like 5 and what have you. But yeah, I mean, it was only I don't know, £15 was it? I don't know. And you get you see they get 12 Street Fighter games, so can't really complain. That is the inside worth looking at. And, it's a nice bit of artwork in there, which I'll show you very briefly. Yeah, I thought that one worth picking up because I'm a big fan of arcade games and arcade conversions, and that fit the bill very nicely. This is, I don't know whether this came out before or after the one I showed you in the video earlier, but this is Blazblue's Central Fiction. There's quite a few of these. I mean, I've bought quite a lot of these online very cheaply. There again, I assume it's a port of an arcade game. I'll have to do the research and find out. There again, it's this is the Puyo Tetris. It's underneath there. Oh no, it's not part of the title, but yeah, I mean, it's got both games on it. It was only £6, I think. And I used to like these type of puzzle games, so I thought it was worth shelling out £6 for, certainly. And then there's NASCAR Heat 2. I was hoping to buy, this is the American edition, because I don't think these came over to this country. I don't think they were released, at least not in a physical format. But if I can find any sort of like racing games, I normally pick them up physically. But I was hoping to get 3 and 4, but sadly when I went to the shop to pick them up, number 3 was £20. This was only 12. I thought there was like a bit of error on the price, but they wouldn't move, so that was that. And then number 4 had the wrong game in it, so I ended up, instead of getting 2, 3 and 4, which I thought would have been a good little purchase, I ended up just getting NASCAR Heat 2. So anyway, better than nothing, I dare say. And then we have, right, 3DS. I don't buy many 3DS games lately, but these are the Pokemon Moon and Pokemon Sun Steelbooks. Got them both very, very reasonably. I think the Moon one I picked up in Kex for £15, which is a very reasonable price for the Steelbook versions. If only I can get them open, I'll be able to show you what's inside. Yeah, it's very good. Okie dokie. Alright, there we go. That's the game with the cartridge in, and that's the very, very, very nice Steelbook. I like these. They're very sort of like canny little Steelbooks. These, and very nice as well. Maybe PS4 and Xbox could. You just got a few bits of bump in there. I don't think anything of particular interest, just adverts and stuff. But yeah, I do have the other Sapphire and. Ooh, I forget the other one, Sapphire and something or other. They were the original 2, the first 2 Steelbooks, which are quite expensive now. I know there is another one, another Sun one, Ultra Sun, or I don't know, I can't remember. But that one is mega bucks, so I'm looking to find that one a lot cheaper than I've seen it on eBay to make up the full set. But so there again, very nice Steelbook. It is a proper Steelbook as well. Not much going on the back, but yeah. So I was quite pleased to get those for. I think I got them both for £15, one off eBay and one at Kex, and I can assure you, having looked at some of the prices people are asking for them, very good buy. Yeah, so I've shown you this one out of order. This is the Guilty Gear Revelator. There again, it's another US edition. Once again, I already have it on PSN. But it was very, very, very cheap. I can't remember exactly how much, and it's actually got a little booklet with it as well, which is something you don't very often see nowadays, with the characters and instructions and what have you. So yeah, nice to know it was still in the case. So yeah, that was another very, very cheap buy. And last but not least, a couple of nice Switch pickups as well. That's the new Raiden 4 Remix. Now I've got quite a few versions of this one on PC. I've got one on PS4, I think, also, but this is the Switch version, so you can play it handheld. The remix actually refers to the music more than the gameplay, but it was only 20, I don't know, about 22 or 3 quid. So I thought it well worth having a physical edition of it, because I do like my shooters. And this one is an absolutely brilliant game. I mean, I might be biased because I like racing games, and I like arcade racing games. And funny story about this, actually, a couple of days after I bought it, I went to one of the big shopping malls near where I live, about an hour's bus ride away, and when I walked into the arcade that they have there, Namco Arcade, what was the first thing I saw? The actual arcade machine. So I jumped on that and had a couple of goes. It's a really great game, and they've done a very, very nice job of the port to the Switch. I'm really impressed with it. I actually stuck it on, I mean, I normally play most of my Switch games handheld, but I actually stuck this on the big telly, and it looked amazing. I mean, they've actually even got the voice samples, unfortunately they're not during the game, which you have on the arcade, but at the start of the game, you know, and it really, really feels like you're playing an arcade game, especially on the big, if you have a biggish telly, you know, it looks just like you're playing the arcade game. So, yeah, I would recommend any of you who are into arcadey racing games to pick this up. I think it's about 35 quid at the moment, but I dare say it'll come down eventually. So yeah, that was all the games and films. I'll just show you these couple of items if I can just move off screen for a moment. Yeah, my wife normally buys me these as a gift. This is the new postage stamp collection, first day cover DC collection here. It's a bit hard to see with all the reflection, but you've got 12 of the DC characters there. I've got I've got one or two of these now. They did a Marvel one recently, so that's another one to add to the collection. And then I just thought I'd show you these just simply because of it shows you that you can actually pick up a few bargains if you're prepared to look around, places like what do they call them? I forget the name of them, but there's these bargain bookshops, that you can find around about town. And I mean, this one was, as you can see, 2 quid, and it's all about car badges and how the designs came about. The actual design diagrams for some of them tells you how they were made and how they came about. And yeah, I mean, for a couple of quid, I thought it was quite interesting. You've got some nice colour work. That's all the Fiat badges over the decades. So yeah, I mean, for 2 quid, you cannot go wrong. And then this one was a nice buy. I mean, this is a nice sort of like hardback. It doesn't come with a dust cover, so it's not a case the dust cover's missing. It doesn't come with one. And as you can see, the price on there, £1.50. It delves into the actual mechanics and science of all the new supercars, as they're so called. I mean, I'm a big fan of racing games and games like Forza, which have millions of cars in them, but it's got a chapter on basically how these things work. So if you've got any interest in cars, you're around any of these cheap bookshops in town, do have a look for that one. £1.50 hardback. You can't go wrong at all. Right, okay. Now then, that just leaves me the comic pickups to show you. I'll just get rid of that out of the way somewhere for the time being. Right, comics. I'll just run through these very quickly and show you the covers. I managed to pick up a load of the old Dynamite publishers did the Shadow, and I managed to pick up quite a few of these on eBay in job lots for quite a cheap price, and some of the covers are very nice. That's number one, as you can see there. That's a variant of number one. I mean, I'm the number one Shadow fan. I'm absolutely love the Shadow. Another strange looking number four. And these are some of the later numbers. What are we there? Number 12. That's I mean, when you look at that, it's a clever cover with the scarf. The way it's shaped into a face there. That's why I bought these really, because I was quite taken by the covers. That's 13. That one was 12 previously. That's 13. Then we have. Let's see. Yeah, 14 there. That's an Alex Ross cover. That one. You can always tell his particular style. Probably 15. Once you get better glasses, I can see. That's a nice cover. Over in the scarf once again. That's it's hard to see against the red. I think that's number 16. That's another Alex Ross cover there. The trouble is now I've got to look for the rest of the run to complete it, because, as you well know, I hate incompleteness, especially with me being a fan of the Shadow and all. So I'll have to hunt them down at some point. That is the Shadow Batman. It was a mini series that came out. Actually, I had the hardcover. The hardcover book covers the whole bunch. And last but not least, we have good old Alex Ross again. Nice cover, that one. I do like that. Which brings us mainly comics-wise to the recent releases, which I will run through for you. Right, that's Joker number 5, and the new Joker series number 6, and 7, looking suitably manic. This one's quite scary as well. This is the one I just bought yesterday, the very latest, Joker number 8. These are all with these nice card covers, you know, which I like. I don't mind paying an extra quid. I know it sounds a bit stupid, but yeah, for an extra quid you can get these nice thick cardstock covers. That's a new series called, I've forgotten what it is already. Joker Presents a Puzzle Book. So I think this is a limited series. That's the first. That's the number 2. Good old Harley Quinn, and then we have number 3, which again I just bought yesterday. And then there are the, I'll hang on to it. This is the new Dune House Atreides series, number 9, and most recent, number 10. I assume this is a 12-issue limited series like the one I'm going to show you next, that is, I think that's a one-shot they did, Blood of the Sardauka. That's a faction within Dune. It's rather thick edition, so I assume it's just a one-shot. And then this is the last 3 issues of the Rorschach series from DC. That carries on from Watchmen, of course. Rorschach being one of everybody's favourite characters from the comic book and the film, of course. And that is the last issue, number 12. I'll have to get around to reading these. I'm building up quite a stock of unread comics. That was carried on from the Eternal 6-issue limited series, Thanos Rises. Wasn't much of Thanos in it, actually. And then that's one I bought yesterday, Eternals Forever, which I presume is a one-shot, and Eternals Celestia, which again I think might be a one-shot. And then we have the last 3 issues of Donny Cates' Thor. I don't think much of this, to be honest. I mean, I love Donny Cates, but particularly keen on this 3-issue run. It didn't seem to go anywhere. Second part of the storyline, and that was the most recent part. Yeah, I didn't care for the artwork either, and I wasn't too keen on the story, so Donny better get his act together. And then, yeah, this was an interesting one I just picked up on a whim, actually. It's Wonder Woman Black and Gold, they call it. I've only got issues 2, 3 and 4, but basically everything inside is, as it says on the tin, black and gold. But it looked interesting enough. I'm always looking for something that's a little bit different, and that certainly fit the bill. And also, of course, I had the bonus of number 3 having a nice Jay Lee cover, which pleased me. And then that is the number 4. I don't know how many's in this series. I assume it'll carry on past 4, but I thought that was a particularly nice cover. So Wonder Woman Black and Gold, which I need, number 1. And then right now we've got Bargain Basement, finally. This was a little 4-issue series that I bought from Forbidden Planet recently. Now, as you can see, price on there, 99p, 3 for 2. Well, I bought all 4 in the series, which meant, if you do the math, that I got all 4 of these hardcover books for £3. 75p each, yeah. Certainly not complaining. It's a 4-issue series. Not sure what it's about because I haven't read it yet, but I assume it's got some connection with Dracula. And as far as I know, it's only a 4-issue series, so yeah, they're all there for £3. Can't complain. And then we have, I'll stick them on there a second. I bought this one online. It's Thor for Asgard. I think it was a 4-issue comic book, but they stuck it together in this nice hardback, and I picked that up for just over £4. And the reason I picked it up mainly is because it has some very nice artwork by one of my favourite artists, Simone Bianchi. We've done a lot of covers and stuff for both DC and Marvel. X-Men he's done, and Batman covers, and he's got a very nice art style, which I like, and I thought for £4, I'm not complaining. And then last but very not least is our old friend Harley Quinn, the art of. I'll have to move back a bit so you can see it in all its glory. There you go. And if memory serves, I think it was only £5 from Forbidden Planet. And it has a lot of art from the animated adventures, but then again it's got a nice bit of comic. It's a bit of a bit of a hard one to hold up, but you get the idea. And originally it was about £30, so I think it was £5. It might have been a tenner, but it was only a £5. So yeah, if you're around Forbidden Planet any time, have a look in. I might have a couple left. Okie dokie. So that was the pickups that I've had recently. Nothing too startling in there, but I hope you enjoyed it anyway. And I will be back anon with a new Destiny video on my new Destiny pickups. So look after yourselves, and I'll see you soon.